All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Zwift racing race. We have stage 3 of Zwift unlocked, and guess what? I actually recorded the whole race this time. I did not run out of storage on my hard drive because, that was an amateur move. Anyways, getting on into this race, we have Scotland After Party. If you have watched the channel for a little bit, you know that I'm not a fan of Scotland. But today we have the after party version of it, so it's even worse. It's basically 4 or 5 laps around the reverse Glasgow crit course, which again is not a fun route. And then we go up a good old climb on dirt roads, so it makes it even worse. Either way, we have not been on the bike in about a week. Actually, since our last race, we ended up going away this weekend for my birthday and ended up not getting enough time with work on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to put out another video on Tuesday. So I apologize. It's only a one upload week this week, and actually, I think I have a recon that I need to upload for next week. So those are Tuesdays. I don't know. My schedule, I haven't really looked ahead, but either way, we are going on into this race, and my plan is simple, and that's going to be not to push extremely hard on these climbs. But the one thing that I keep noticing is that some people have the fire socks going. Some people are really pushing the power on these climbs, and every single time it kind of tricks me out, and I kind of get screwed up and basically put myself into a bad positioning of just grinding out some power that I probably don't need to do. And you're going to see going on into the second lap, I'm trying to, pace things correctly. I'm trying to find spots where people think they're going to push. It's basically, I've said this every single after party course, it's basically a crit course where you have to find your limits and also just behave in the race. Don't push too hard until the end. And I was honestly quite excited. My gearing was back to normal, which is always nice, even though I am a little bit high in the RPM category right now, around 88, which is typically high for me. Now, on this first little descent here going into the first part of the climb, not part of the KOM, I decide to hit my draft boost. And again, there's going to be red numbers and fire socks flying all over around me. And I think that the draft boost was used a little too early. I'd like to have it for that first part of the descent after the climb. And I don't have anything. I don't have a featherweight power up. So we get to see other people drop their power ups for the second part. And I'm kind of curious if the draft boost is best on that second part of the climb, the second hill, so you can use it going up the hill, but then you can also use it on the way down and in turn basically save up a lot of heart rate and leg usage during the climb. So it's something we're going to have to play around with for these next 2 laps because, well, not 2 laps, 1 lap. We have 1 lap to go on this course before we need to kind of choose what our strategy is going to be. Now, hopefully we get the featherweight power up. We're able to use that on the final part of the climb. And this is going to be our final kind of test lap. So we get the draft boost again. This time we're going to save it to the second part of the climb. See how that feels versus what it's felt like into the rest of the race. I typically, if I'm not sure about a race, if I'm not sure about power-ups, I like doing this throughout a race. It calms me down quite a bit. And very early on, I felt like I needed to push a bit on that first climb before I used the draft boost. So I ended up hitting it on the down of the first climb. And it's going to also be used here, and I'm going to shoot up towards the front of the group. And honestly, I'm not sure why I didn't really love it at the time, even though watching it back, it seems like I'm quite easily on the front of this pack and there's not really an issue. My heart rate isn't crazy high. I felt like the first climb was a little tougher than it typically was, and that's definitely because I had a draft boost instead of nothing. So yeah, give or take, good response or not, I don't know. But going on more into this race, we get the draft boost yet again, and this is going to be a wait and use right at the finish line here. So we're going to kind of line it up. I'm waiting, and I hit it. It's basically a useless power up. Just help me out as I'm in the back with a total of 38 riders in this front peloton, and we've been 38th for, I feel like, this whole race, which is quite good. We've been at a low watts per kilogram. Our average FTP is at 250, which is around our current, I think our current FTP is around 260 something. So we're under our FTP, which is good. And I end up hitting that draft boost quite early. I wanted to use it for this first climb. Like I said, I think that was the best part to actually use it. And it actually helps me on this downhill portion where I can roll with this front group. Now, I was kind of scared that we were going to have some people try to really break away from us, so I ended up pushing the watts up to 500 on the bottom of the climb, which I definitely did not need to do. And at this point, I'm a little bit in the red. I'm at 175, 176 beats per minute, which is not, it's quite close to my top high-end max heart rate, but at this point, it's all about saving our legs for this climb, saving our breath, and getting some water in us. And we're going to just stick right in the back here. Again, there's only 37 people, so we ended up dropping someone to a power issue. Thankfully, it wasn't us because I did not want to race this again. And here we go into our final climb. We have 1.5 kilometers of climbing, and my plan is simple. We have a featherweight power up. We're going to be in this front part of the group, but behind a bunch of riders, and just kind of slowly bring ourselves up, keeping our power around 400, and just kind of chill out. Now, this is the steepest part of the climb, and I decide to use our featherweight power up here. And I see some people shooting the gun, so I end up hitting a quick sprint and then really pushing down the power. And at this point, my legs are killing me, and I am extremely in the red. I don't really know what I was thinking at this part of pushing the pace, and I end up losing all momentum, and I end up cracking under the pressure, under the amount of watts that I was putting in. But I'm luckily able to get up and out of the saddle yet again, but I am in extreme pain, and I'm dropped back from 7th place all the way to 23rd. I don't know what happened. This is something that, you really push to your limit and can't do anything more. But I get to the top. I see the people behind me. I see the people in front of me, and I want to beat these guys. I get past the Garmin user, and hopefully maybe I can put in a small little sprint here, push 600 if I'm lucky. But I have nothing left in the tank. We're going to cross the line in 22nd place, and I have been absolutely destroyed in this race. Welcome to the high end of B category, John Rice. Holy cow. Not too pleased with this result, but yet again, it's been a week since we've been on the bike. We've been to the gym a few days this week. Maybe I'm a little sore, legs a little heavy, but we hope to come back next week and give it our best college try. Stage 4 of, I think, 5. So we'll see you guys next week, and thank you for watching. And lastly, I want to say a huge thank you to my 2 members of my YouTube channel of Casual Creations. I really appreciate it, and this is just something where people can help support the channel, help support me on my journey to hopefully do this maybe in 2 to 3 years down the road full time. But right now, it's not really built out too well, and it's something that I want to put some more time in within the next month. So if you are a member, you might be getting some special perks or something extra in the next month or so, so keep an eye out for that. And for anyone who isn't, let me be very clear, I will never paywall any of my videos. I will never paywall things that I can give out to you guys for entertainment purposes. Basically, the membership is strictly to help support the channel if you like what I do. And I want to be able to give back to the people that are able to do so or want to. So, again, a huge thank you to you two, and hopefully we'll be making some even better content in the near future. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Actually, I think the recon's next week, so recon it is.